Hello world, this is Jeffrey, JGB146 Blake, coming to you with episode 5, version B of the exploits of Necrozma Garbodor. This is a special episode released in 2 different versions because we have commentary from my side of the game and we have some commentary from our opponent's side of the game because we're facing off against PTCG Radio's Ross, and he's playing Gardevoir against our Necro Garb. So this version is the version with his commentary. Check in for the link in the description to see the version with my commentary. Without further ado, let's get into the match.
Maybe, Bo, let's have a game, sir. Let's have a game. Right, you have been challenged, and I hope I picked the right deck. We're not doing any expanded today because it's all about Worlds. Worlds is this weekend. The only thing I'm worried about today is the Worlds format. That is the format of the couple of League Cups I'm going to be going to. That is the format. It's a really terrible opening hand. And it is the format of the World Championships this weekend. I'm only worried about Worlds format. However, Toppers James, thank you for the reminder. That's sweet. I approve of that. However, I don't know that I'm going to be able to. But the Bilbao special event is over my birthday weekend. And I like Spain. So, okay, no, that's my opening hand. It always confuses me because I think, oh no, okay. No, I tell you what. We've got, oh, and by the way, if you do play me, turn off the volume, would you? Because right now, I've got a decent opening hand. Oh, he's got ability lock. And this is why I want a second field blower. Having said that, I don't need that many energy on a Gardevoir, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, goes for the Brigette. I'm going to just do that exact play. The other thing is, of course, I'm going to use Gallade because Gallade gets a one-hit KO for 1 energy. So I'm slightly worried by ability lock here, but hey-ho. Will I come to the EU Professor Cup? Almost not. Yes, enjoy it before you have to get muted. That's what I'd say. Ooh, it actually appears to be Necrozma Tapu Koko. That is an unusual deck, so... Ooh, I don't really want to get rid of any of these cards, to be perfectly honest. But, oh, Super Rod's a rough one to get rid of. But Versus Seeker... Oh, this is rough, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. We're doing it. That's what we're doing. And then we're just going to grab a Lele. Oh, okay. Whew. Thought my Lele was prized then. All right, so we're going to grab a Lele. Stop me if you've seen this play before. We're then going to Lele. And we're going to grab ourselves a Brigette. And, oh, I really hope my Alolan Vulpix isn't prized. It's not. We're good. And it's going to be a slightly messy Brigette, to be perfectly honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to grab a Remoraid, a Ralts, and an Alolan Ninetales. And then we can just retreat the Ralts, use Beacon, and grab ourselves an Octillery and a Kirlia. That is a safe play. And then we can empty our, as long as he doesn't get ability lock next turn, we can go Energy, Octillery, Kirlia, Super Rod, and then we can Abyssal Hand for 4 and hopefully draw a rare candy. Candy! Alrighty then. What gives you the best chance of being a mod? Honestly, turning up to a stream where there isn't a mod. Oh. This is gonna suck. Now to be... Oh, if he don't have the Float Stone? Oh, he's Sycamoring. He is digging for the... It's almost like he can hear me. Now, just to be clear, there was no other supporter he could have used other than Guzma. So there goes the Super Rod. He's actually dug through a lot of his deck at this point. He's down to... Oh, no, actually not that much. I misread it. Don't have Float Stone, don't have Float Stone, don't have Float Stone. Po-Town! Oh, and he had the Float Stone. Ah, the ability lock does suck. Now, the good news is he's not going to get a KO. Oh, I am going to have to be taking damage, though. Oh, there's nothing I can do. I've got to do it. But I'm playing free stadiums. I haven't got a supporter. I haven't got a stadium. And now I'm having to take all of the damage as I get going. Which is, I mean, shall we say, not what we want to do. We might as well play a Hex Maniac here. Just because there's nothing else to do. And then we can grab a Keelia. And a... Oh, what do we actually want? I tell you what we really want. We're on a Routes and a Keelia. Looks like we're going to have to pyramid up the old-fashioned way. Now, if we can draw into a Field Blower at some point, that's going to be amazing. But I tell you what, that Po-Town is hurting us. We play Field Blower. We play free counter stadiums. If we can draw into any of that, we'll be fine. Here comes the N. And it's not... I'm not really worried about N here. I just want a playable hand. That is garbage! Because I still don't have a supporter. Actually... No, I take it back, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm going to KO that Garbodor with a Gallade. That's what I'm going to do. I like this deck. It's a very interesting deck. Do click follow if you haven't already. It's a very interesting deck. I don't think it's quite doing enough, but I do love it. And to be honest, it's taking advantage of me drawing poorly. If I was having a better game drawing-wise here, I wouldn't be worried about this at all. If I could draw into a Hex Maniac, or if I could draw into a... Not a Hex Maniac. If I was drawing into a Field Blower, or a Silent Lab, or anything, to be honest. Absolutely anything. Then I think we'd be in a hugely better position. As it is, I'm having to evolve with Po-Town out over and over again, which is just helping my opponent to get damage on the board. And yeah, this is hurting. Now the good... Oh, what am I... Okay. Now the good news is we're going to use Sensitive Blade, and now we've got abilities back. The question is... How much damage is my opponent doing before I get my abilities back? I mean, a lot, to be honest. But he's not taking any prizes yet. This Tapu Koko isn't the painful one. The next one is. So going back to Bilbao, I'd love to go to Bilbao, but that's an expanded tournament. So if I'm lucky enough to be able to go to Bilbao... then I will absolutely... Oh, man, I need another Routes. Then I will absolutely be going to... You know, that'll be expanded, and I'm going to be testing expanded like nobody's business. Speed Darkrai, Night March, Trevenant, and, of course, my personal favourite deck, Volcanion Turtonator. Okay, so... This is a very slow deck. I do get the feeling that if I'd had a faster start, I'd have been in a much better position here. But as it is, you know, I've been hurt by Po-Town. I've been hurt by slow draws, but I'm up by a prize. And I've got my Octillery down, and I've got a turn of abilities. Although I'm telling you, I really want... I desperately want a counter stadium. Although I don't really want to feel... Oh, he is going to get the KO with... Oh, I tell you what. He's going to do a lot of damage with his GX attack here. How much is he going to be doing? 100 to all of my GXs, which won't actually... Oh, it will KO... with a Choice Band, it then would KO him. Ooh, this is horrible. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to start building up this Gardevoir. And we're going to try... Oh, is it worth wasting that? Yeah, it is. No. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, no, we can't do that. So, we're going to Super Rod just because we need 2 cards. It's a rubbish Super Rod, but it's the best we can do. And now we can pull off the Premonition Abyssal Hand combo. So, Silent Lab is perfect. We've already attached an energy this turn. So, what we really want is a Sycamore. And then it doesn't really matter what other cards we draw. So, that's nice. Because this makes a huge difference. Because now my opponent can only hit for 130, which means he's not getting a KO on this Gardevoir, whereas otherwise he would be getting a KO. So we can use Secret Spring to attach an energy. And now that we Sycamored, we actually get the one-hit KO with Gallade here. So that's going to help us. Oh, we don't have a Routes, though. We still don't have a Routes. And I could bench a Remoraid, so next turn I've got double Octillery. But then when these two go down, I don't have anything to do. No, I think it's worth it for now. No, he's going to block abilities next turn, and I don't have a Field Blower. So no, that was actually a really bad play. I shouldn't have done that. I don't think it's going to cost me too much, but that was not ideally what I wanted. Now, the other really important thing is I've not used Rescue Stretcher, so I can have a second Gallade. So now what's my opponent going to do? He can use Black Ray GX, but he's not getting any KOs for doing it. He can attack the Koko, but then I'm getting a KO on that Koko. To be honest, what I might try and do, and I would need a Versus Seeker to do it, but with a Versus Seeker, I could get a KO on Necrozma. And that, I think that would be the ideal situation here. When was the last playable Venusaur? I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure there's ever been a really playable Venusaur. I read an interesting article yesterday. Okay, if he starts flying flipping, I think I've got the game. Because I can go down to 3 prizes here, and that's if I don't draw a Guzma. Now don't get me, oh no, he's going to KO Octillery. Oh, he's actually going to KO Octillery and Vulpix. So he's going to take 2 prizes here. And I tell you what, I actually need to draw a Guzma here sooner rather than later. Oh no, that'll do. Yeah. See, now I'm getting a KO on that. So I'm liking this. So, now I am blocked out of the game for now, but that's not too bad. So he's got 180. I need 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 in total. 1, 2, 3. So I am getting the KO. So I'm going to have to retreat manually, unfortunately. But then I can re-put the energy onto Gallade, and Gallade is just a really nice attacker in this particular deck. And I tell you what, I might just N. Yeah. I don't really want much here. But what I really want is a Guzma for next turn. And actually, I need a, I quite like a Routes too. There's a Routes. Ooh, and a Candy as well. So my opponent is going to take 2 prizes next turn off of the Octillery and the Vulpix. But then I'm going to be able to bench a Routes. Now an N here would suck. Unless he end me into my Field Blower, in which case an N would be lovely. Ooh, and this is interesting, because actually if he ends me and I don't draw a supporter, I don't have a good attacker. But if he ends me and I draw a Guzma, or a Versus Seeker, then I can actually Guzma up his Garbodor and KO it with Gallade, which would be great. Do I think Duskform Lycanroc will be a mix of the other two Lycanroc in the card game? Well, I can tell you, and I did do a video about Duskform where I hit on it in the card game. I feel very confident saying that it's going to be a fighting type. I feel very confident saying that it's going to just be called Lycanroc. And yeah, that's about all I can tell you. Ha! Wobbuffet! Oh no, he's getting a KO with Lele! That's a fun play. This Lele could sweep from here, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we're going to do is we're going to Alolan Vulpix. Force my opponent into a play they don't really want to do. Oh, I tell you what, though. Oh, this is an annoying deck. I'll give him that, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very annoying deck. Because the other thing is, he's got two Pokemon ready to KO. We're going to Beacon here. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to get End. And I don't want that. If I don't get End, then I can Candy Gardevoir. Yeah. Although, actually, I still need a Choice Band to get the KO, and I ain't getting a Choice Band. I think I might have played this really badly. I might have played it pretty badly. Good news is, my opponent cannot N and Guzma. So I've still got that Gallade in the back to take a prize. And if he ends me into a Guzma, I'm loving it. So we're not losing. What decks am I testing for Worlds? Honestly, I would be playing this Gardevoir deck. I am actually kind of worried about Ability Lock. We had a very slow start to the game. A very slow start. And we went second and got Ability Locked. And we're only playing one Field Blower. And I really think we need a second Field Blower here. Because you can dig. One of the great things about playing double Octillery is that you can dig. But one of the really bad things about playing double Octillery is that you cannot dig for a Field Blower. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Field Blower is the only card for which I want to dig. And I can't dig for it. I think Gardevoir is as good as people thought it was. Now, don't get me wrong, it might be a great... Oh, my goodness. He's going to Espeon. If he Espeons next turn, I might lose. I could lose to an Espeon next turn. Because... Oh, wait, did he... Oh, that's 160. He wins with a flying flip. And I need an Ace Roller, and I don't have one. I tell you what, that Ability Lock, combined with everything else he's been doing, I'm pretty sure it's just won him the game. Because with a single... Now, the good news is my opponent cannot get more than one prize by devolving. But if my opponent can flying flip next turn, they win the game. They get rid of that Lele. And I don't know I've got any way of stopping them. I don't have an N. Yeah. I don't think I've got any way of losing. Do I have Tourette's? Maybe, is the honest answer for that one. I have some kind of twitching thing. Never had it diagnosed. Might be Tourette's. So, not the general sweary kind. I tell you what, my opponent here, if they can get a Tapu Koko double Colorless, there's the Tapu Koko, there's the double Colorless, we might as well concede. Very well played by my opponent there. And I tell you what, Ability Lock, whoo, Ability Lock did us in, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what also did us in. The fact that I didn't get enough Gardevoir down. I did not control my bench well enough. So, good game, Mavybo. Very well played on your part. No, there's no salt on that one. My opponent played well. He beat me fair and square. No salt whatsoever.
And with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up this version of the video. Hopefully it wasn't too awkward seeing my cards with Ross's commentary, since he's talking about his hand throughout. But it's interesting, I think, to get his take on my plays and what he's seeing happen and on the deck itself. It's interesting that he was going on about how slow the deck was when I was just trying desperately to get to a DC and didn't get there until we had 19 cards left. So he was drawing poorly, I suppose, and I was drawing reasonably bad as well. So anyway, I had a lot of fun with this. I hope that it comes through in the video, and I hope that you all enjoy it as well. If so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, we will wrap up for the day. Signing off.